Hi, my name is Emily Kieser, and I'm in CDF 203, and I'm going to be talking about Bank Street College. In 1916, Lucy Mitchell, Harriet Johnson, and Caroline Pratt organized the Bureau of Educational Experiments in New York City. The Bureau of Educational Experiments was the start of Bank Street College of Education as an agency of for research on child development. Mitchell was an advocate of progressive education directed towards the Bank Street School of Children and played an important role in its evolution of becoming a teacher training institute. The Bureau wanted to find out what kind of environment was best suited for children and their learning and their growth. And once they found which environment was best suited, they were really wanting to make sure that they were training teachers to maintain that environment. In 1919, the Bureau of Educational Experiments founded its first nursery school, where Harriet Johnson was the first director of that nursery school. The college Bank Street gets its name from its former location at 59 Bank Street in Greenwich Village. Um, and Bank Street College contributed to the field of early childhood education in many ways. Caroline Pratt and Harriet Johnson's observations for best learning environments and watching children through play led to the development of wooden blocks, which are standard equipment in any childhood program. And Bank Street College also had an impact on educating and training teachers under the idea of progressive education. And progressive education is still an impact on American education today. It's in highly regarded private schools, preschools, kindergartens, a lot of all that early education. Um, these programs are based on the progressive beliefs that curriculum should be integrated instead of just looking at one specific subject. In the Reggio Emilia preschools in Italy are current approaches with roots in progressive education. And John Dewey was an inspiration for Mitchell through all of this. John Dewey was one of the most influential spokespersons for the progressive education, and he believed that classrooms should be places in which children investigated the world around them. And the goal of progressive education was to improve society through fundamental changes in schools. This has impacted education today because progressive educators have advocated techniques of instruction based on children's interest in hands-on activities. Two programs implemented today were actually developed at Bank Street College, which is the high scope model and the developmental interaction approach, which is also kind of known as DIA. High Scope was one of the first programs designed to examine the effects of poverty on young children's development. The curriculum is based on key experiences related to the studies of Jean Piaget. The developmental interaction approach, the DIA, is the method from Bank Street College, and it just is calling attention on how people interact rather than its physical interactions. The Bank Street approach emphasizes the development of the whole child. A number of curriculum examples in the book is from DIA, and you can observe it at the Bank Street College or by teachers who were trained at Bank Street. In the DIA classroom, it's viewed as a representation of society with social studies and learning trips forming the core of curriculum. The DIA approach is based on the progressive principle that the classrooms must allow children the social experiences. So I know one of the examples that were in the book is if the classroom was studying near the harbor, that he or she would first take a learning trip to the harbor and then follow up in the classroom with a bunch of ways that they can show what they observed or what they learned, follow up activities with like books and writing and drawing. So they're just trying to like look at everything as in a whole, like focusing on the whole child and just letting them know how they need to just can learn through like the experiences and the hands-on approaches, and not just handing out like worksheets or like making a child study a specific subject. And it's all just about the experiences in the world and how the children develop. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you.